Hi there, hope you're all doing well. I am back with another Cursed City mini. This week it is the Watch Captain Halgrim. He's the undead leader of the Ulfenwatch. He was primed in black and given a white zenithal highlight. I start off using gory red for that tattered flowing cloak that he's got. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, or you can join Discord using the link in the description. There you can share what you've been working on or vote on video ideas. I also stream on Twitch if you want to come and hang out. I stream on Wednesdays, Thursdays and Sundays at around 8 PM UK time. Next up, I use skeleton bone for all of that exposed bone under their armour. For all of the armour, I start off with night blue. This looks a lot like the sort of kind of blue tint to it in the artwork, so starting off with night blue and washing it afterwards should give that similar effect. Now to drop that blue and the red back down a touch, I gave them all over a wash of dark tone, bringing that armour down to where it should be and giving us some shadows on the cloak. I then grabbed true copper and started on the majority of the metal parts, only leaving out the blades and the belt buckle. Next is the hair, which I used Vallejo's black grey for. For the couple of leather parts, I grabbed charred brown. The halberd handle needed to be a different brown from the leather part, so I went with werewolf fur. This gives it a bit more of a lighter wood look as well, as not all wood is oak. So there's a lot of variety out there, so painting a different colour just helps add that to the world. To finish up the metal parts, I used gunmetal to do the two blades and the belt buckle. To wash the rest of the Mini that didn't get a dark tone, I used mid brown. It's a fairly light brown wash, but it's got a bit of a red tint to it. With the dark tone well and truly cured now, I came back and done gory red, just to brighten up that cloak again, leaving the darker parts in the recesses and anywhere the shadow would be. The armour needed a little extra boost, so I gave it an edge highlight with Hydra Turquoise, just to make those plates separate and look a bit more, well, separate. Now it's time to start highlighting the bones using skeleton bone, bringing back up those sharp edges and the large flat areas. To finish up the cloak, I used Dragon Red, just to do a very light edge highlight over all of the top of the folds and the edges. For all of the metal parts, I gave them an all over edge highlight of gunmetal, just giving that copper part that chipped look without it looking rusty and verdigreed like everyone else seems to do. The leather parts went a little bit weird and glossy, so I came back in with charred brown, just leaving the wash in the recessed parts only. Onto the base, I added some of my homemade sterling mud off camera and let that dry, and now come back in with some just pure black to base it all. While waiting for the black to dry, I figured I could highlight the hair using dark sea green. The first part of the base is a dry brush of cold grey over everything apart from the painted skull. Next up is a lighter dry brush of Stonewall Grey. There are a few vine looking things growing out of the base, so I use dead flesh just to colour them in and make them pop. To finish up the base, I done a wash of strong toner everything apart from the fallen pillar. I got some on the bottom of the pillar just to help it blend a little bit more and look like it's been there for a while. And that will be it for Halgrim. Quite happy with the way this one came out. I can't wait to get the entire Ulfenwatch all painted up together and looking like this. Kind of makes me want to get a undead army for Age of Fantasy. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, or you can join Discord using the link in the description. There you can vote on video ideas or just share some of the things you have been working on. As always, there will be photos of this mini on my Instagram and Ko-Fi page. If you want to help support the stream more than you already are, I have set up a Ko-Fi page where you can drop a one-off tip towards me getting new equipment for the channel. Anyone that drops a tip will get a shout out in the next 2 videos and support a role in Discord, giving you priority voting on video ideas. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Most importantly though, don't forget to be kind to each other.